putting their school achievements, like if you are good at dancing or sports, if and you are applying for the software development role, so that is not right. Okay, so you have to put some achievements like, okay, you have participated in a contest and some relevant ranks, so that will be adding much credibility, right? And yeah, I guess Vishwajit can also say, adds any point about this.
Yeah, so mentioned that CV shortlisting round is very important, as after you clear this round, then only you are eligible to participate in other rounds. And like most of the people, as Isha already mentioned, that they mentioned these type of achievements like dancing and all. Like here we are applying for technical jobs, so I would recommend you to mention your technical skill set, because that's what they are looking for. They are like, it's good you are good in dancing, but like here we are currently talking in the perspective of technical skills. And other than that, like it's better to keep your CV in one page, like not exceed too much, and use proper adjectives. And like instead of going for keywords like showing you are being consistent and you are confident and all, show them something which proves these points. Like let's say you mention your coding profiles, and let's say you mention some projects which shows your skill set. So instead of using just words, show something which you have already done, which proves your credibility. And don't put fake things in your CV, because that is just going to make it more problematic when it comes to interviews. They can easily test your knowledge based on the points you have mentioned, and there you might face a big issue. So better to be genuine. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I agree with this point. Like, if you have participated in a hackathon, like for example, I have participated in Girls Grid Summer of Code. So instead of writing contributed to the Girls Grid Summer of Code, I will prefer writing the rank, whatever the rank is. But when you are actually writing the rank, you are providing them relevant numbers. So I think that will be much great if you can them like provide some solid proof about that. Okay, so and also like talking about the project section, for and anyone can add projects like to-do list, or these are very common projects. But if you're applying for the development role, they are expecting that you are already good in some tech stack, right? So instead of going through some these like small projects, build a proper project like which will be including the front end part, back end part, the database API, and that will be something unique that will be improving your resume as well. So yeah, you can add something, add any point about this.
Yeah, like it's better to mention two or three projects, and like instead of giving paragraph wise summary, try to go with the points, bulleted list type of things, and explain there which tech stack you use, and which problem it solved, and how you like in short. Don't make it like too long, or like it'll be like if someone views it, should be attractive. And also it's better to mention your USPs, unique selling propositions, like which makes you different from others, so that they can shortlist you instead of taking others. Show something which makes you different from others.
Yeah, and even like the tech stacks which you are including in your resume, that should be bold. You should convert it into bold or something like italics or whatever. But they should be like visible. Like when you are looking at the resume, the first thing that should be visible is that your tech stack. So yeah, that is also one of the important point. And also, like personally, I will suggest one thing. When you are applying for a particular role, the company is providing you a job description. So you should improvise your resume based on the job description. Like if they are saying that their their need is their need is a person who needs to be expertised in Python. So if you are knowing Python, you can add some projects related to Python in your resume, and some achievements or certifications in that. So you should be like comfortable in adapting the tech stack like which the company is offering. Okay, so yeah, that is one point.
Yeah, and also I will recommend you to like go with job specific, like job title specific resumes. Make 2 3 resumes based on the jobs you are interested in. Like let's say you have interest in front end, so keep a resume ready for front end and include projects related to front end in that. Like let's say you are also interested in backend, so keep a resume ready for your backend as well. So it's better, uh, to categorize projects and include them in your resume, which shows that you have knowledge of that.
Okay, so as a fresher, I think everyone having the doubt what should I add in resume. So is it cleared? Or if you're having any questions, we'll have a Q&A session after this, and you can ask those questions. Not jokes, jobs. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. This is the most like controversial question. If you are fresher or second year, third year, whatever, you are like confused. Should I do CP or should I go into development? So we'll discuss about this in the session. So okay, over to you.
Okay, so like recently the controversy was also there, CP versus CP versus development. So I think that CP and development are two majorly parts in themselves only. Like if you are expertised in CP, that will definitely require DSA at some point, and even if you are doing development, even that will also require DSA at some point. So DSA is basically common, and you should improve your problem solving by doing DSA on lead code, hacker rank, interview with whatever the platforms are there, even giving contests, that will be improving your problem solving. So CP is definitely important, like it will improve your thinking ability, and development is a different thing. So yeah, anything you want to add, Vishwajit, about this?
Yeah. So like the basic process of hiring, like companies mostly follow this pattern. Like first of all, they will go with CV shortlisting. We have already discussed that. After that, the first round which we face is online assessment round, and then we go for technical interviews, and then there is HR interview, and based on the results of these, you are either selected or rejected. So like coming to CP versus development thing, the online assessment round totally focuses on like coding part. Development is not discussed there. You mostly need to solve 2 3 programming questions and answer MCQ based on them. And if you don't clear that round, then you will definitely not get link for technical interviews. So first, I think you should get a good hold over coding concepts as well, because that will help you to qualify for rounds where development, like where we discuss about development in technical interviews. And like after like you are good enough in coding, then you should like have at least 2 projects which to showcase during the technical interviews.
Yeah, so like if we are talking about competitive programming, it is definitely important, but I won't say that without it you can't get any good jobs during placement time, like talking about on campus placement. So even personally, if I talk about myself, in my first year I was into development. Like I knew how to like build some projects. I built some projects using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then in coming to my second year, I got a group of friends like who were totally into CP. So as in the last time, you Abhay took the session of CP. So like I was having a group of friends. They were totally like giving contest, virtual contest daily. So even I started doing CP that time. So but after some time, after doing some time, I noticed that even if I'm improving my problem solving, but my interest is in development. So then I like realized that okay, if I can do development only, practice, make some good projects, so yeah, that will also improve me in my particular area. So I focused in development. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's totally fine, because we see many people candidate master on code forces, but they still get good jobs just because they have good understanding of DSA. Like there it's totally acceptable that no one like not everyone can be a pro in CP. So that's totally fine. You just need to have a basic idea about it, and like have a good grasp over DSA. That's totally fine if you don't get good ranks in competitive programming contests like code chef or code forces. All you need to do is to have a good grasp over DSA. For that, I'll recommend you to go over the questions on lead code, uh, solve questions over there, and there you will get to learn about ways of solving a question, and that like really helps you when coming to technical interviews or online assessments. And talking about development as well, yeah, it is required because in technical interviews we need to discuss about our projects as well, and there we need to showcase our development skills.
Yeah, and in the general chat, I can see that some Somen wrote, "I'm having problem of the feeling lacking back because my friend Shubham, who is 4-star advanced on code shift and currently learning one stack, how to deal with that feeling." Okay, so I want to say that everyone's learning pace is different. If you are, you should follow your own. Someone can learn many things at some time. They are really good at multitasking, but personally, even I am not good at it. So I prefer doing one task, but I do it properly. So if you are interested in CP, so you should consider expertising in it properly. Like you should give proper contest regularly and be consistent in problem solving. Solve most of the problems. Like in one particular topic, try to solve 30 to 40 problems. That will definitely improve you. But if your interest lies in development, so without giving a single thought, like DSA is definitely compulsory, but you should give make some time for doing development. Like if you are good at month stack, you should make good projects out of it. And yeah, so don't just feel that you are lacking behind, because yeah, he is doing his own thing. Maybe he must be thinking that that person is 5-star, I am lacking behind. So that's not the competition, right? Yeah, so you have to like upskill yourself, not like compete with other people like they are learning fast.
Okay, so now you guys can ask question. We'll take your question and discuss here. There are questions like how much time you gave to coding and how much time you gave to development, along with coding. Anyone want to answer that?
Isha, would you like to go about it?
Yeah, sure. So, even I was facing this issue, like it was getting hectic for me. So, I realized that, firstly, I made some time for development. Like I had this thing in mind that I have to do at least 5 problems daily of DSA on lead code, for maintaining my streak. That gave me some motivation that I have to maintain my streak. So I used to do problems daily, and with that at night time I used to code for at least 1 hour. Anything like if I'm into development, earlier I was more in front end technologies. Like I used to do React, yeah, React, learn Next.js. So yeah, I used to do daily projects. Actually, there's a site called Scrimba. I will send the link. That is like really beneficial. They are like providing daily tasks, and you can just create some short projects in some interval of time. So I used to practice from there. Yeah.
I would like to add to this, like, uh, I would recommend you to go with one thing at a time. You don't need to go with both the things at a time, because that will ruin both the things. Just dedicate your time to like either coding or development. Once you have like a good grasp over it, then go for the other one.
Okay. Okay, you can ask question on the chats now. We started the Q&A session. Last minute. What sort of DSA questions were asked in your interview round?
As far as I remember, it was around lead code medium. Yeah, the topics were from trees, binary search, and yeah, one question was lead code easy and one was lead code medium. That only.
Yeah, like we have like given so many interviews, and like it's difficult to remember like which question was asked in which interview, but mostly they ask from like the difficulty level is somewhat lead code medium only. And just as she mentioned, topics are like these trees and 2D arrays or string and all this type of stack. Yeah.
Okay, how we can improve our ATS score? Anyone would like to answer?
Okay, so to improve the ATS score, I guess you should like mention the particular tags. Like as I mentioned earlier, also you should properly go through the job description first, like what they are actually asking for, what skills they are mentioning in the job description. So according to that, you should improvise your resume, and then the I guess the minimum should be 75, and based on your ATS code, then you can modify the resume like after that. And yes, so yeah, I think that you should use the proper keywords for for it.
Okay.
Previously as well, you can go for job specific interviews, like job role specific CV resume, like your resumes, that will improve your chances of getting selected, because you will showcase the skill set which are required by them. Like just you're building a cricket team, you will definitely look for batting skills or bowling skills, not acting skills or something like that. So it's better to mention those skills which are required as per the job description. That will really help you.
Okay, the next question is, I'm a first year student currently learning. Okay, so should I do DSA in C or Java? I feel bad you didn't mention Python, but it's all right. So C or Java?
Okay, C and Java. Okay, personally, I have done in C++, but I guess Java is a great language for doing DSA. Yeah. What about you, Vishwajit?
I also did DSA in C++ only, but like dependent upon you. I have
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
people with Python as well, like, candidate master on code forces. So language isn't a barrier. You can choose any language you want, and that will be fine. You don't need to worry about language. Just focus on problem solving and DSA. That's it. Like
But I think you
every
should.
language, the syntax
Yeah.
differs, but the concept is same.
Yeah, but I think you should prefer going with Java or C++, because these are like very common two languages. And yeah, every coding round has it in it.
Yeah.
Okay, now questions are coming. What about Python?
Earlier, I guess, when I was attending the CP session, same question was asked, and it and a very beautiful reply came from Aditya Bhaiya, I guess. He said that when we are doing actually the query was, I remember, I submitted the problem, but when I tried running it with Python, I got time limit exceeded, and in Java it got accepted. So I think that that is the main problem with Python. It is a bit slow as compared to C++ and Java when you are actually doing DSA. So yeah, Python is like a very great language. Even in my internship, I'm working with it. But yeah, for doing DSA, I will recommend that you should prefer them.
Here I would like to mention the same fact again, that you don't need to worry about language, because in most of the every interviews which I have gone through, they don't ask you to go with any specific language. You are free to choose any language you want,
Mm.
or Java or Python. They don't want to see like your syntax. They just want to see your approach, like how you are approaching to solve that question. So that matters the most, instead of like the syntax you wrote in. Language is just the syntax, like coming to time complexity and like time limit exceeded. Like there are changes as well, because nowadays they also support more time for Python because it is slow, but same approach is there. No, so like there are platforms which are giving more time for Python and less time for C++ as well. So that's not an issue. Mostly the interviewer looks is your approach. So language shouldn't be a barrier, and it isn't a barrier. Choose freely, whichever you are confident about.
I think you got your answer. Like language really doesn't matter if you have approach. I also code in Python and like it's not that TLE. You should know how the code is working. Maybe you just use some inbuilt module and it gave TLE. So you have to know how that module is built. So like you have to go in the core. It doesn't matter that you are using Python. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but if you have the right logic, and you checking the time complexity, whatever the code you are writing, and it's right, then it's gonna run. It's not gonna give you TLE. Maybe it will take more time than Java or C++, but it will not give you TLE if you know the logic and you can implement it properly.
Yeah, I guess for Python, if you are doing DSA, you can ask more questions to Arijit.
All right, let's should I focus on on-campus or off-campus internship preparation, or should I contribute in open source? On-campus.
Okay, so like on campus and off campus question is different, and open source you can, even if you are in company, you can contribute to open source. Like even I am doing my internship, I'm contribute to open source because that is out of my interest. And like coming to this on campus and off campus placement, as you can see that this is a layoff season. Even if you are getting into a very good company, you can always get out of it in the next day. That is very unpredictable. But like I can say that you should be already prepared. Like even if you are not getting on campus placement because of any reason, when you are applying to off campus placement, like I guess you should spend more time in doing problem solving for it. And like if you are having any good projects, no company will reject you even in off campus placement. Like first you have to definitely clear the coding round. It can happen that when you have actually applied to the same company when you were in on campus, it was having just one coding round. But when you applied like or like in on camp sorry off campus, it had two or three coding rounds. But like if you are good at it, like if you know properly what are the concepts getting used out in there in the coding part, and like comfortable with the CS fundamentals, you can always crack the off campus placements as well. So yeah.
So the ultimate goal to apply on campus or off campus is to get a job, and like both are the ways of getting a job. So this like isn't a question whether to apply with on campus or on campus. You want to apply with every opportunity whichever you have. And like coming to the difference between these two, on campus is generally easier because you have less competition there, and it is the technical rounds and all these interviews and all these are like relatively easier. The hiring process is smooth. But in off campus the competition is very large. There are so many candidates from different colleges and it gets a bit difficult. But uh, it is indeed an opportunity to get a job, so why not to give a try to both? You want a job, you can get from both on campus as on off campus as well. So definitely you should try with both.
Okay, next question is I'm confused in selecting the minor like web or data science. I've seen in LinkedIn data science. So I think you are having you have to select the minor when you're in third year. So yeah, that's the question. What kind of minor you should select?
I think that personally it's your own choice because when you are in first year, you have, I guess, explored some opportunities by yourself as well. Like if you are good in Python, you can go for data science, ML, or if you are liking JavaScript, you can go for web development. Personally, I used to like JavaScript a bit more as compared to other languages, so I went with that. And coming to the minor thing, like as you have to select in third year, I guess that more companies are coming for web development and data science. I'm not sure about it, but yeah, as far as I have noticed, they are having a much part of the placement season. Yeah, I guess you can add some point, Vishwajit.
I would say the same. Like it is totally up to you. You have your right to choose whatever you want to be in your life. It just by because we tell you to go with web development or cyber security doesn't mean that you need to go in that field. It depends on your passion and your interest, which makes you, excited about it. That's what your selecting criteria should be, instead of going with what my senior told me to do or what someone else told me to do. Just try out and see what suits you and what you want to do in life, which excites you. Go with that field instead of asking others. Just introspect yourself and then decide.
Okay. I think you got your answer. Like, whatever you want to choose, it's up to you. And you don't have to like choose something. You can always try out everything. And okay. I checked Infineon's company profile, found that it is mainly a semiconductor based company. How do you fit in well with your skills there?
Okay, so yeah, Infineon is a semiconductor company. It is a Germany-based company, and like it is having like couple of departments. When Infineon came to our college, it came for like some software profiles and some hardware profiles as well. So I applied for software development intern, and they selected me on the basis of resume and like put me into the IT department. So yeah, like even they are having the software profiles as well, and their tech stack is like good, currently good. So yeah, that is not the case. Like it is a, if it is a semiconductor, it won't be having any software profiles. If you are interested in that, you can definitely apply for it.
Throw some light on Chat GPT. Okay, that's not. Can you study DSA in 3 4 months to get placed in 3 4 months?
Yes, you can do it. Like if you are doing DSA daily, if you are solving even 5 problems daily, you will be good in good at DSA even in, I guess, 2 3 months as well. If you are like having the proper like a grasp over a programming language, then I guess 3 4 months is even too much. Like you have to just practice consistently, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's very because like we all have different pace of learning. We all have different minds, and that's totally fine. There may be someone who can master it in 2 months, but there may be people who will take more than 6 months to master it. But that doesn't matter. All that matters is your consistency and your willpower. As long as you are willing to do it, it won't be an issue because once start when you start investing time, you start understanding things. Just like in mathematics there were integration and differentiations, so there were some people who will easily understand it and solve questions on it. But there were some of people who will they didn't get the concept of it. So it's totally up to your grasping power, how much you can grasp. Time is not like something which we can tell like how much it will take you long.
Yeah.
So it's totally up to your grasping power. Yeah.
Okay. A company rejected me due to not having experience. How do you contradict this? What you said is not always true. Something you said. Okay.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
So the chat says like the company rejected me due to like not having experience. How do you contradict this?
Okay,
Think.
so I guess when you are applying for intern, so if you are having like some internship in your second year, like for example, even in web development, if you have interned like for 2 or 3 months even, so that is good. But if you are not having any internship, so at the fresher level, they are not expecting much. But if you are not having internship, they are at least expecting you to have the relevant skills, and you are actually expertised in that. So if you are not adding any internships to your resume, you can add some very good projects. Yeah, so yeah, that's all. That's a point that you can add projects, like if you are not having any experience.
Yeah, so like just as Isha mentioned, experience, the same goes for skill set. If you don't have experience, you can showcase your skill set with projects. If that company rejected you, don't worry. There are many companies out there. You can apply for other companies. There are Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They all hire freshers as well. You don't need any experience. You just need the right skill. So don't worry about experience as of now. Build your skill set, and you will surely get into a good company.
Sir, what is the reason of interview rounds? Coding tests since sure. What's the reason of interview rounds coding test since they used to teach us in intern everything they need? Okay.
So the reason is that they can't actually hire anyone like who has not done anything, like they are not having the proper skill set. So if they will hire that person and even he is not doing anything in the internship, so what is the thing? Like if it, even then yet they are providing this EU with stipend and you are not doing anything. So that is not right. Okay. So that's why they are first taking the coding rounds, then the proper interviews. The after the whole procedure, they are selecting you for the internship.
Exactly, like the population is very large. They have a wide number of applicants. So to shorten the numbers, to reduce the numbers, what they actually do is they want to go with those candidates who already know something, because it will be easier to take them from 5 to 10 instead of taking them from 1 to 10. So that's why they conduct coding interviews and tests, to just to see how much you know about it, and how much easier it will be to take you forward from that level.
Can you recommend any platform for freelancing or internship?
Okay, for freelancing, I guess there is a profile called freelancer.com and even Upwork. They provide some very good opportunities if you are interested in like developing websites or even designing, graphic designing, technical content writing. So you can like put the relevant put your resume in it, and even the work you have to just showcase your work, like you have what you have actually done. And yeah, they'll be hiring. And what was the other question? Okay, for internship, I guess for internship, even the LinkedIn is a very good thing. You can apply through LinkedIn jobs and even Angel List. Yeah, so you can like research properly research for it, and there are some very good websites from where you can apply for internships.
So
How to
I would like to add to that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go
Yeah.
on.
So, like Isha already mentioned about freelancing, and now coming to internships, as she said that you can apply via there are pages of every company on LinkedIn, and like there you can see which job postings they are open, and you can apply there. Other than that, you can go to the website of the company in which you are interested to work in, and there on their careers page you can see the open jobs and apply there as well. Also, you can go with hackathons. There are many hackathons conducted on Hacker Earth or Unstop. Go there and apply there, and there you will surely get many internship opportunities. Hackathons are one of the best ways to get into companies.
I'm two-star in code shape. Can I add in CV? Think you can add it. How to join IT department in Infineon?
Okay, so when Infineon is taking your interview, it is taking like it is selecting you on based on your resume. Okay, so when I got my first resume, when I was like got into my first round of interview, so I was not knowing that it is for IT department or like which department. But I think that you should ask. After the interview procedure, you should ask that for which profile are you like taking me in. And even if you are selected if you are selected in the technical round, you can always ask to HR like on which department I'll be going in it. And for joining the IT department, I guess yeah, I guess you can't just apply through it just by taking the interviews. They will be checking if you are the right person for it, and they'll be offering the role.
I don't see any question here. Anyone having more question, you can just paste here in the chat.
Meanwhile, I would like to reply to
Yeah, yeah.
there is like it's not possible for everyone to have 5 star over there, because if everyone would have 5 star, then what will be the meaning of it? So don't worry if you have 2 star or 3 star or 4 star. That's totally all right. um, I like in during interviews they don't generally ask how many stars you have on code chef or code forces. All they want to see is how you want to how you go about the question, how you approach the question, and how much grasp over DSA and problem solving skills you have. So that's what matters. You don't need to worry about how many stars you have. As long as you're good in problem solving, you are good to go.
What do I do if I have an interest in multiple domains? How do I generalize my CV?
Okay, that is perfectly fine if you're interest, if you're having multiple interest, but make sure that whatever you are putting in your resume, you should be like totally good at it. If you are putting that you are even a five-star coder and even good at Munstack, so so the interviewer will definitely check you. Like if you have just wrote it, or even you are good, you are actually good at it. So just make sure that you should not write any fake things into your resume. And from maintaining the multiple skills, sorry, maintaining the proper time balance, and giving the proper time to both the skills. You should make a proper schedule that for this time I'll be just focusing into DSA, and for the other time I will just do the development part. So that is like up to you. You should just make a timetable for it.
So the next question is for technical rounds. Is there any platform or any suggestion?
I think Vishwajit can answer about this.
Yeah, to prepare for technical rounds, Lead Code is one of the best platform to prepare for them, because there you will find many questions which like company generally takes same as it is and modify it a bit, and then they just want to see how you go about it. So on Lead Code, you don't only need to just solve that question. You need to see how, what are the different ways to solve that question, and in the discuss section you can see that as well, like how others approached it. Also there is a daily challenge type of thing on Lead Code which you can go about to maintain the consistency. There are like and topic wise questions as well, like if you want to practice about arrays or trees, you can search there, and from there you can get questions which are related to those data structures. And like that will be easier for you to practice, as there are tags as well, because easy, medium and hard. Just go about hard, you just need to start with easy and then go with medium. So Lead Code is one of the best. Other than that, you can use Geeks for Geeks as well, because there is also daily challenge type of thing and many questions and explanations how to solve and all that.
I'm getting lots of question about ChatGPT. Why to hire an intern when you can buy subscription for ChatGPT and solve complex business problems?
Chat GPT is also like a program built by humans, so it can make errors as well, and it can't solve everything. But if it was this simple, then everyone would just create a new Google Chrome of their own, and they will make it live. So there are things which a Chat GPT can't do, and for that we require human effort as well. That is why we need more, like software developers. Chat
Yeah,
GPT is like not suffice.
yeah, we just think that AI can take over the place of humans, but actually that is not the case. Even if you are noticing the minor things, the like the base thing is handled by humans only. The chat GPT is made from humans only. So yeah, that is not the case. That we have to definitely hire an intern.
Yeah. So do we have to focus on CGPA, and like I have seven CGPA is good, or we have to try some more project can make up for lower CGPA or not? I think everything you have to balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that minimum you should try maintaining 8 CGPA. Like 8 CGPA is good, but having the CGPA more than 7 is also fine. Like you will be eligible for most of the companies. So, but yeah, only one or two companies will be there which will be requiring the CGPA more than 8. Like if you totally want to be on the safer side, yeah. So that is the case. But I think, yeah, as Arjit said, you should balance everything. Not like that. If you're good at making projects and your CGPA is like very low, even then you won't be allowed to sit in placements.
I would like to add to this, like CGPA is like CGPA mostly. They say most of the companies don't put any criteria based on CGPA. Like when you go for on campus, they only want you to don't have any reappears. That's it. very few companies ask for AIDS CGPA or something like that, but that doesn't matter because there are many companies in the market out there. And while going for off-campus placements, nobody generally asks how much CGPA you have. Even during interviews as well, no one asks how much CGPA you have. CGPA is just, for only few companies ask, so don't worry much about it. Maintain 7 or above 7, that's fine by you are good to go.
Okay, which specialization I should go for? Which one provides the highest paying jobs?
Okay, so I think that every specialization will pay you very well, but yeah, as Aryan also mentioned that we should go whatever like our interest is. We should follow our passion. Like if you are if I am doing web development, I will definitely try to expertise in that. And yeah, so you should not just run for high paying jobs. If you are not having any interest in that, you will definitely fail at some point of time.
Yeah, like as Isha mentioned, interest matters the most. You should go where you are interested to, and other than that, like there are web developers as well in Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They are paid very well, so don't worry about whether I will get paid in that role or not. You will be paid good as per your skill set. So you should, don't worry about payment as of now. You just focus on your skill set and you will get good job. Yeah.
See, what if I have reappear? Will it affect my placement? Of course, it will affect your placement. I have no interest in CSC. I came here by family pressure, but still I want to get placed. I don't want my parents' money to go waste. What decision should I take now? That's it.
I think that if you are even you are not having any interest in computer science, but as sorry, Vishwajit, you can answer.
Like, I don't know what to say because this is something you should take your time and decide by yourself because
Yeah,
I don't
nothing
know
to
what
say.
to say in this case. Yeah.
It's
Totally
up to
fine, take your
you.
time and decide what do you want to do in life.
Actually, you should talk about it to your with your parents only that I'm not having any interest. But I think that even if they are denying that you should only like continue in this field. So I think like just by doing the code syllabus, by just learning the CS fundamentals, you can crack a job like minimum like job.
Okay. I don't see any question, and we'll conclude the session soon. So if you guys having any more question, you can paste it soon. We'll take like two, three questions, then we'll try to conclude the session. Can I add web development and data science project together? Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you can add, but like if the company is hiring for data scientists, then there will be no need for putting the web development project and vice versa. Like if they are hiring for web development, so I guess putting the data science project won't be adding any credibility. So I think that you should like go through the job description, then add the projects.
What's your opinion on UI UX
No,
plus web development?
to add to the previous answer, like
Okay.
in the like if there are selection going for cricketing team, you can't just showcase your football skills. So it depends like what looking for, what they're hiring. Based on that, you should add the projects on your CV skills. So when you are looking for front end roles or data science roles, then you should include that projects only.
Is personality development course matter? Personality.
I think personality development. Okay, course. I'm not having any proper answer for that. Vishwajit, you want to add anything?
Yeah. Okay. So like as the name says. personality development. It's important to develop your personality, and if you have done any course on it, then it's well and good. But
Yeah.
like it's not any
But because I think
of
that
thing.
personality, yeah,
So defined
personality,
because it will improve your personality.
yeah,
Yeah, continue,
personality
continue, Isha.
development even comes with, yeah, comes with networking. Like if you are indulging into some communities and like participating in hackathons, interacting with people, then your personality will automatically develop. Like you don't have to just go through the course. Like if even if you are doing the course and not implementing it in the right way, so then that even that course will that course even won't help. So I think that you should work on yourself. Yeah.
I guess we already answered all of your doubts. So, will how does reappear affect placement? Please, can you explain? What should I do now? Okay, so you got reappear. Build more projects. So, how reappear?
While going for on-campus placements, no, there is criteria that you shouldn't have any reappears, because if you have reappears, then your colleges won't allow company. Most of the companies require this, that you don't have any reappears. Clear that, and then only you will be eligible for applying to the companies. So instead of going for projects, focus on clearing that reappear as of now.
Yeah, right. I totally agree with Vishwajit about this. Like first try to clear the reappears because that will affect your placements in future as well.
Okay. One question from Abhay Singh. Which social media platform helped you both in cracking off campus offers?
Okay, so personally, I have been more active on Twitter. So I think that when you are actually showcasing your skills publicly and developing, building yourself publicly, so even that platform will be helping you in getting the offers. So I got multiple offers from some remote jobs as well on like from some HRs. The HR of the company reached out to me on Twitter. So I think that as for me Twitter helped, and I think that for many people LinkedIn might also be very useful in that case, because HR will directly reach out to you for based on your skills which you are actually showcasing on that platform. So I think that building and showcasing your skills will help you in the long run.
Yeah, like I also got off-campus placement in Louis, India through LinkedIn only, because from there I got to know about their hackathon, Louis India's House of Code hackathon, which is conducted nationwide. I saw a post there, and from there I applied to it, and that really helped me to get an offer from Louis India. Me off-campus placements.
Guys, if you're having so many questions about reappears, you can contact your placement cell. And I'll ask you guys to join the Discord of GDSC to stay connected with us. You can just scan the QR or type the link. Okay. Okay, we'll just take one question. Last question. Will DSC be asked? Will
Yes,
DSC
and
be asked?
I saw one question. Will UMC affect placement? Yes, it will definitely affect your placement.
Just try avoiding EMC.
Yeah.
That's the answer. What's up, good? Can college clubs help? Depends what
I
kind
would
of
like
clubs.
to answer this. Like, I haven't been in any college clubs. I didn't join college club while I was in, first year, second year. So it helps, but it is not like a necessary type of thing to do. You can just, focus on your learning curve. That's what matters.
Yeah, and even I also want to answer about this. That in my second year, when I joined GDSC LPU only, so I was selected as one of the board members by Bhavesh Bhaiya that time. So initially, that gave me an exposure. Like I started public speaking then only. Then I got to connect with more developers from my college. Earlier I was not having a proper community for this, but as I started like building projects publicly and like doing web development, so even I got to know more people through the community. So I think that joining any tech community won't be any harm. Like it will definitely be very useful, but it is not mandatory as well, like as Vishwaji said.
It will just give you experience and let you connect with lots of like talented people. If you want to join GDSC, try for the recruitment drives. I think we already had and we already shortlisted. You'll get your mails soon for the interview. Okay, I think we don't have any more questions and it's getting late, so we'll just conclude the session. We have feedback form here, so you can just scan the QR and fill the feedback form for this session. Why should I be employed? Okay, let's. Okay, we don't have any questions, so we'll just conclude this session. I'll thank the speakers to like join the session and take their time from their busy schedule. So yeah, and thank you everyone for joining this session. I know it's Sunday and you have like classes 9 to 5 every day, especially the third year students, and you joined this session. So thank you everyone for joining the session, and stay connected and follow GDSC on social media like LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, and join the Discord channel, and also fill this feedback form. So okay, that's it for today. Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone. Keep practicing.
Yeah.